what I refer to as muscle testing is kinesiology, and there are literally hundreds of ways to do the muscle testing. It's just a way of accessing your body level knowing. I find that the easiest way to demonstrate is by connecting the thumb and the middle finger of each hand, using the tips of the fingers, then holding them together. And it's very important. What we will do is we will test the strength, because you can pretty much pull pretty strong. And when you're asking, it's very important to ask questions that you cannot get an answer unless it is a yes or a no. And ask yourself to show you your yes. So I pull and I can pull. It's very, very difficult. Now, if I say, show me my no, I cannot hold them together. So now, is this going to be something we easily can learn? Possibly. Anybody can learn to do it. However, it is important that, number one, you be grounded first. And you understand that your emotions, your mental capacity, your brain can affect the outcome. So if you are emotionally attached to one particular outcome, you can make that outcome happen. So it's a learning process, and it's kind of fun. I know my daughter said many years ago, once she started using the kinesiology, she said, "Oh, it makes packing so much easier." How many of us agonize over what to take on a trip when we are packing? That's something that I've always resisted packing, because I hate to limit my choices. Well, kinesiology really makes it quite simple. And you may start by doing simple things like, is it appropriate? I use the word appropriate because the way we ask the questions is extremely important. If we ask questions that are using pronouns, that is very ambiguous. The more straightforward and simple the questions, the better the answers that you will receive. And once I receive an answer, I often ask in a different way the same question to see if I still get the same answer. For instance, it's very important to be specific. I don't own a car, but I could ask, is it appropriate for me to buy a car? Surprisingly, I get yes, okay? Is there any reason for me not to buy a car? No. Okay, that sounds really, really strange. So I would clarify by saying, is it appropriate for me to buy a car now? I cannot hold my fingers together because it is not appropriate for me to buy a car now. It may have been appropriate at an earlier time, or it may be appropriate at a later time. But right this minute, it's not appropriate at all. Do you get the idea? So we're going to ask very simple little questions. Now, I personally find that when I ask the questions rapidly, I get better answers, because if I ask them slowly, my mind starts working and I start thinking, and it affects my answers, or it impacts them negatively. So I might plan out a series of questions, or if I had several things I wanted to make choices about, I might line up those things and I would point to one and say, this one, nope, this one, no, this one, yes, this one, no. So I eliminate in that way. That's what I do every morning when I'm playing with my rainbow healing cards. I test. I intend, as I'm shuffling the cards, to select the one or ones that would be most helpful for me at that particular moment. And then when I select the card, I test to see if that really was the appropriate card. And one of the interesting things, we were doing a video a week ago, and it was, two cards fell out. So without looking at them, I tested which one. And it was very obvious which one was the correct one because I got a very strong yes for one and a no for the other. Now, yesterday, as I was drawing my cards, two cards fell out again. And when I've tested, both of them were appropriate. So I trust my intuition, I trust my muscle testing, and I have fun with it. When I began, I certainly wasn't making life choices. So keep your questions simple and keep things on a lower level until you really gain trust in your answers. And then it will increase and enhance the power of your decision making, and it totally takes the emotion out of it.